I want to welcome you to our career and business service, which we usually do every Sunday from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock before we get into the celebration of grace service. The aim of this class, this training that we've been doing, is not just for information. We're having this class to raise more business-minded people, because it is entrepreneurs that transforms the economy of any nation. It is not paid jobs. Paid jobs gives us opportunity to learn. Paid jobs gives us opportunity to have an experience. But if we want to experience something very massive, the country, people, citizens, more of us should go into business. That does not mean everybody must be into business. So we're doing it in this church so that we can have more business-minded people. So in a country of about 250 million people, 200 million people, if I have up to 20 strong entrepreneurs in terms of percentage, 20%, 30%, it will show in our GDP. You realize that people will not be interested in going into public offices to steal. People will only go into public offices to serve, because the knowledge for creating wealth is not through stealing. So most Nigerians are looking for public offices. Family members are celebrating you because they've appointed you as a permanent secretary to the state government. They are celebrating you because they've appointed you as a commissioner. Everybody is happy because you are now the senator. But the truth of the matter is that they are not happy because you are the senator, or you are the PAMSEC, or you are the commissioner. They are happy because of the money you are going to make. And that is not the medium through which they make money. No individual in a developed economy creates wealth by government appointment. Nobody. Go to United States of America, Donald Trump will not become richer because he's the president. If he becomes richer, it poses a question mark. It poses probing. It poses proper investigation. Where are you getting the money from? We know how much we are paying you. You know how much you're worth. You know the allowance we are giving you. So where are you getting it from? So public offices in developed nations is not a medium through which you amass wealth. No. It's not. It's only in third world countries, because of corruption, because of evil practices, because of a fallen system. That's what makes people to aspire to go into public offices. Now, the truth of the matter is, in government settings of developing nations or third world nations, government settings give room for people to be wealthy without doing anything. How? Through stealing, through corruption. That's what happens. So by looting government resources. So people are interested in government not because they're interested in people. People are interested in government because of themselves and because of the resources they're going to gather. So someone just has been appointed last week. Within the next 3 months, construction of a massive house is going on in this village. Where did you get the money from? If we probe you and go through proper investigation, where did you get the money from? That's a discussion for another day. So what we're doing in this church is not to discourage people from working in public sector or from working in private sector, but for people to begin to look within to find out, are there things I can actually go to? And it grows. The potential for growth in business is high. It's infinite. The opportunity for you to become wealthy without anybody looking into how is it becoming wealthy, it's high through entrepreneurship. Does entrepreneurship have challenges? Yes. Does it have pitfalls, blind spots? Yes. But the outcome, it's always massive. I usually say it. I can't hand over my position in the public space to my children, but I can hand over my inheritance in the private sector and entrepreneurship to my children. I leave it as a legacy. They continue from there. That's the honest truth. So that's why it looks as though the rich is getting richer, because they've built what is like an empire that they can hand over to their family, and it becomes like a family business. And that's what leads us into this conversation on building a business model, not building a business anymore. So if you know this thing from the scratch, it will help you to create a system from the beginning. So last week, we did something that was very amazing. We are looking at cracking the new business model. And there are a few things that we did last week. One of them is that we asked ourselves a question. Number one, we said, if yesterday's business model is becoming obsolete, what should we build instead in terms of today's business model? So we're going to find out the different approach to building a model. Now, model is something that can be replicated. You know, if I say you are my role model, that means I'm looking up to you to replicate what we are doing through your attributes. So if we're building a business model, we are not building something that is just for survival. We're building something that has a legacy approach. So if I step out, there are some fundamental models that I've outlined that if anybody step in there, you follow the same model and get the same result. So sometimes some people call it system, but system is not the core. System is a byproduct of a model, so which we are going to look into this morning. So in the normal approach to business for every person that wants to start out business, you start out business for the endpoint of profit. But in the current approach to business, you don't start out for the endpoint to be profit. You start out for the endpoint to be sustainability and have a model. That if you're not there, can it run? Because some people, 1 month, they are not in their business. Maybe it's a shop. The shop is locked. It's an office. The office is locked. Why? The all and all of that business is not around. So there's no model. If they want to follow anything, they must call you. Okay? What do I do? They just brought the clothes. Should I wash it? Should I iron it? Should I did it? How do we send it to them? You know, you're the only one that knows their house. What's the address of this man? There's no documented approach to business that somebody can look into and say, this is how we do it, this is how we do it. The only thing is that the person that founded this business is not around, but this business can still run without this person. So, we talked about it last week. You said, from business to business model. Now, if you come to business, one of the things that entrepreneurs ask themselves is, what can I sell? But future-based business is not just what can I sell. It's not just what service can I render. It's about what problem can I solve? Who can I solve this problem for? What problem can I solve? And who can I solve this problem for? And how can I solve this problem? And how can I solve it profitably at scale? So this thing will help you to outline few things like, what problem can I solve? This is what we do. Who am I solving it for? These are our targeted clients. How can I solve it? These are the processes. These are the processes that we use to solve this problem. And how can I solve it to result into profitable scaling? This is how we do it. So every month we target 500 people. So already you know. These are the processes the person knows. These are the targeted audience the person knows. This is the core product the person knows. So anybody that steps in knows that this is and this is what we do. That's why you start creating departments in attempt to solve some of these problems. So last week, we talked about it, that the old business model versus the new business model. What is the old business model? It's product, location. Once you have the product, the next thing is shop or office. Product comprises of either product or service. The next thing you're looking at is the location, which is, I need money to rent an office. I need money, so it becomes an issue. After finding a product and finding a location, the next thing is I start looking for customers. I have gotten where I can sell this. And then you start making sales, you start going into profit. But the traditional one is, or the emerging business, or the one that comes with a business model, is you look for problem As I'm talking to you now, you should be thinking of what problem can I solve that people will pay for. Problem solving helps business not to be complex. It helps business to be broad. Simply because someone is selling as little as rice and everybody is going into rice selling because the person is making profit. That is not the end point. If someone is selling rice and I find out that people are eating rice and I want to modify or bring out something from the same thing that the person is selling, why don't I look out for healthy rice, maybe brown rice, maybe basmati rice, or any kind of rice that will stand me out because I want to solve a problem. It can be a problem of class. I want to sell long rice that when they cook it, you must be a good thinker to be a good business person. Toyota said, good thinking, good products. You must be a good thinker. And what are you thinking? You're thinking problem in order to bring that solution. There is nothing like problem. Problem is a disguised opportunity. There's nothing like problem. What we are running away from, including insecurity. Some people are leaving Nigeria because of insecurity. The truth is that the insecurity is a problem. And who will solve the insecurity problem? It is still human beings. You'll be surprised that it will be far from us for insecurity problem to be solved through the military. You'll be surprised that the problem to insecurity might be just a device, a technological device, that somebody will just say, just buy it and put it in your phone or put it there, and that may end insecurity. People are thinking about it. People are thinking about water. People are thinking about electricity. That's why people can come up with something like solar, because they've realized that the future that we are creating, a lot is happening to pollution, and generator is contributing to that to a large extent. So people want to create something, and people thought about it and created something like a solar. And right now is a good substitute for light, that you can actually use solar and generate light, use your appliances, do so many things. That solution beyond solar, people are still thinking. People are still thinking. So in the emerging business model, you look out for problem first, and you now go into technology to enhance you to solve the problem. Someone that is selling rice, and that's the only solution you want to bring out, and you are selling rice. If you add technology to selling of rice, you'll be surprised. Technology might be as little as, maybe let me sell it online. Maybe let me create my niche. Maybe let me see how I can get into communities and sell it. A young man in this church, who happens to be our first pastor in this church, saw what I was doing, called Blood at Midnight online, and saw how I gathered community of about 18,000 people. And I ministered God's words to them, and then they are blessed. They cut across different places, parts of the world. And he started a business, no shop, by observing me. That's why I said models can be replicated. He started a business, started getting people's number, created a WhatsApp. How did I do it? I created a WhatsApp. Each time the WhatsApp gets to a certain number, we'll create another one, we'll create another one. We now had multiple groups of about 45 groups of WhatsApp. Right now, WhatsApp is about 1,000 or thereabout. I think 1,000, right? Right now. So we are not creating more groups now. As people are joining Blood at Midnight, we're adding them up. In those days, it was 250. Yeah, 250, yeah. So sometimes when they get to 100 and something, I open another group so that group will not be filled and people will be saying the link is not working. So if you check the groups now, you find out that the groups that we have, there are groups that are also up to 200 and something, 100 and something. Now we are now filling it up. Now those ones we are filling up, if you go to like group one is about 700 and something or 800 and something. If you go to another group like that, because we are filling up, we're filling all those groups. This guy went and created a WhatsApp group and told me about it. And after creating the WhatsApp group, he created like 2 WhatsApp groups with large number of people that he had their contact. He introduced what he wants to be doing. What was he doing? He said, I'm into meat business. Yeah, all right. I slaughter cow and I sell it, But he has not bought one cow before. This guy has not bought one cow. We'll go to market and just get small part of the cow and then sell it, get small table, sell it in Mami. He told them that he sells cow. And those people he's telling that he sells cow, they know him in Mami. Most of the women that used to come to Mami to buy meat, they already know him. But none of them knew that he used to buy maybe meat of small amount of money and shade it. But if you need meat of 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, he will help you to organize it. Run around until you come in the morning and talk to his colleague. They will get your meat. And sometimes he will deliver that meat, the meat in your house. The guy didn't have 1 naira. And he told them, you know what? I want 20 people to come together. If you want to buy cow, 20 people come together, contribute to some amount of money, and we will share it into 20. And people will take whatever amount, you understand? Maybe, let's say you contribute 100,000 naira. He's going to give everybody 100,000 naira meat. They did it. Some women contributed. He did the first one, shared it. The meat was bigger than what they used to buy. That was how his business exploded. Sometimes he buy more than 3 cow, 4 cow, making profit without spending 1 naira. Find the problem. Use technology. You'll be surprised at yourself. Find the problem. Use technology. So he noticed that when they go there, maybe some of them are being cheated. Some of them don't even want to come there, all right, to the abattoir in Mami. And he started solving that problem because they don't want to come there. Sometimes they will park their car at the express and they'll be calling him. He will be the one to carry the meat and go and give to them. He said, instead of you coming here, you don't want to be staying, you don't want blood stain, you don't want it, stay in your house. I have a company, we sell meat. And that was how the guy started selling 2 cow, 3 cow. Guess what? He moved from cow. He entered into rice. He moved from rice. 2, 3 people can come together, contribute for 1 bag of rice, and they will share it. He moved from rice, entered into tomatoes, entered into onions. Now, when they bring your tomatoes, this guy, when they bring your tomatoes, 1 basket or whatever, he buys from the north directly, and it's very cheap and bigger. Citing this instance because of the technological enhancement that was added to the problem he is solving. So that's the contemporary approach to this. Next is you get into the solution, you project it, but of course you get into the community. Create a community. Create a community. Create a community. Don't do business without having a community. Create a community. Create a community. I don't know how else to say it, but don't do business without having a community, because once your product comes out, the first point of call is to your community. Create a community, especially social media community. Stop wasting numbers. Stop wasting contact. Stop wasting emails. All right? Emmanuel Mba is here. Emmanuel Mba is the one that created my website, Amazing Work. Nobody have done that kind of work. Nobody have done that kind of. Emmanuel, can you stand up for them to see you? Let's appreciate him. Let's appreciate him. Thank you so much. He's one of my proteges, and he has been in my, sit down, he has been in my EMF for a long time, entrepreneurship and mentorship forum. I have entrepreneurship and mentorship forum where I mentor strictly business people. All right? So he is in the forum, and I mentor them, and they come around. We sit down here. We're in hundreds. All right? And I gave them a target, and most of them have not fulfilled the target. I said, if you don't make this amount of money, don't come to my class again. Go and rest. When you hit that amount, you can come, we talk. And since that time, none of them have come back. Because they were wasting my time. You can't be in my class and I'm asking you, what's the last time you saw 5 million in your account? And you're coming to my class and you have not seen 5 million. You're wasting. Go and sit down. When you start producing, you come back. Since that time, I've been waiting. None of them have come back. All right? I'm waiting for them now. And if they call me, say, how far with that meeting? I say, how far with the one where I don't teach you? You don't produce. If you produce, come, let's go to another level. Or else people will just be taking information and not be experiencing transformation. Every time people are just writing. The one where you write last week, how far? And you realize that when you finish writing, after service, they close it and dump it. I mean, it doesn't help me. It doesn't change anybody. That you are writing does not impress me. Your acting is even won't give me more courage to still do more. So he did my website. This is the end point. He did a powerful website. Powerful website. I've not seen that kind of website. I've not seen that kind of website in my life. Please, if you're here, I permit you can go to www.kcrichards.com. You can go there now. I permit you. I want to show you something. If you open it, you tell me. Open it. www.kcrichards.com. I want to show you something. It's not marketing, but I want to show you something. If I show you that, you will like what I'm about to show you. Because I'm talking about creating a community. If you don't create a community, if you don't know how to create a business community, you will be far from leveraging on communities. Have you done that? Have you done that? Has anybody opened it? Now, if you have opened it, you cannot access my website. The only thing that will make you access it is that you must give me your information. Has it shown you the information? So fill up your information. Once you fill up your information, what happens? You will access my website. Very robust website. Very rich. So he will ask you to impute your phone number, maybe your name, and your email. That thing automatically comes to us. And that is how we are building our community. So automatically we have your database. Automatically we have your phone number. We can leverage on these two things and keep building community. That anybody that visits our web, you are trapped. So there are websites that you visit and waka pass. Nobody gets the detailed data or anything. That was what he did. Emmanuel did that amazed me where he is. So you see a lot of things on my website. You see a lot of things. Everything. It is one, all in one. Whether my real estate company, whether my books, whether the church I'm pastoring. So many things about me. M-Wise Consult, Money-Wise Institute. Everything is there. Everything is there. But that's by the way. So you must find a way to build a community if you're going to go into the new business model. The old business model. Now, the new business model, it's if I step out, that community, anybody that steps in will leverage on that community and continue moving. It will not even look as if we've lost any customer because we have a community. Some people call it customer database. That's another name for it. But we created a community that with ease we can actually come here and project whatever we are doing. So let me shift a little bit and get into where we stopped last week. I'm doing all of these just to lay a little recap for those of us that were not here last week. So last week I stopped from shift number 2, when we talked about, the 5 major shifts. Whether it's number 2, I stopped. I can't see my slide here. Are we good with this? Nothing is there. It's not even showing. The screen is not powered. So I don't think it will be proper for me to be turning and be looking at my slide. So I can't see my slide here. Is it not powered, please? It's not powered? Okay, don't worry. Let me do it from here. I'll try and do it from here, please. So every business model asks 6 fundamental questions. So I got to the second one. You move from product and you move into problem solving. You must shift from just creating product. And then once you get into, number 1, once you get into problem solving, that's when you begin to identify and expound the problem you are solving. If people relate with the problem you are solving, that's why they buy into the product you are creating. I'll say it again. If people relate, see, I'm not selling food. I'm selling health. So if I start talking about the health benefit of okra soup, once it relates to you, you want to buy my okra. So in addition to that okra, you realize that this okra is sweet. It's not just about being sweet, it's about he's selling health. There are some kind of fish. This is Port Harcourt fish, and this fish is responsible for producing a particular oil that helps your cardiovascular whatever. And I'm giving definition to it. Even when I'm giving you, salivating. I'm solving a problem. If you have a heart-related issue, this is the kind of fish you will eat. And this is how we prepare it to ensure that the oil is retained. So while you are eating this fresh okra, the oil is entering into your heart. And you are being healed. So people have not come to the point of, in this era of business model, it's not the product. It is the problem you want to solve that you project more. Project more on the solution. And that's why people will buy more of the product. If you don't project more of a solution, you just come and say, hey, I'm selling shoe. There's a difference between Italian shoe and Spanish shoe. So if I'm selling Italian shoe, and then I need to explain why the leather is friendly to the skin. And I'll tell you why that rubber slippers you are wearing can make you to have, there's an emitting of a particular chemical that gets into the skin that is harmful, and this leather is body friendly. Stop buying this one, buy this one so that you will not have cancer of the leg. The next thing you ask is, how much is this one? Now they're telling you this one is 1,000, this one is 15,000. You say, give me, I beg, before they cut off my leg. I beg, give me. People buy solution. That's the current thing. That's the model of business that we're building now. So stop focusing on, I want to sell this, I want to sell that, I want to go into it. Why do you want to go into it? What's the problem you want to solve? If we don't know, if we cannot identify with the problem we want to solve, we may not identify with the product that we want to sell. Please take note of that. So next one, I will move to shift number 2. Move from local business to borderless business. And that was where I think I stayed a little bit. I said, a business operating from Enugu, operating from Lagos, operating from Abuja, Port Harcourt or Kano, can potentially serve customers outside Nigeria, can potentially serve customers in the globe. Any business you are starting and you don't remove that local mentality and try building a borderless business, you will be trapped. If you cannot remove that local mentality. So somebody can stay in Enugu and is serving people across the world. So how do you do it? Digital infrastructure is what will help you to do it. Somebody was talking to me yesterday and he said that he's going to meet somebody that's going to take through something that will help him to be projecting his products only to Ghanaians, to only English-speaking countries in Africa. He said it's going to cost him money, but he's going to project himself because he wants to be getting invitation. He's a consultant. He wants to be getting invitation from those nations. I said, anywhere you want to go to, project yourself. Just push yourself to that community. It's going to cost you a little money. Before Temu penetrated Nigeria, Temu flooded Nigeria with adverts. And that advert was coming from China. And Temu was flooding Nigeria. And most of us, including me, how many of us have you ever gotten a product from Temu? Raise your hand. You don't need to go to China. China needs to come to your phone. Guess what? Because of what is happening in our age, people are carrying the world in their hands. People are carrying the world in their hand. So if you don't know how to shift from local business and move to borderless business, you will be doing local business, earning local money, and die as a local businessman. Does that mean you're not going to generate resources? You will generate resources, but you're going to be limited. What is in people's hand in this place is the world in your hand. Right now, as I'm talking to you now, if I ask you to open your phone and maybe go to your social media handles and do one or two things, you'll be surprised that within 10 scrolls, there are things you will see that has to do with international communities. And meanwhile, you're here. And they are flooding those things on your phone. And meanwhile, what you do, nobody is seeing it except here. That's an old business model. Nobody survives like that. Your earning must be borderless. You must create on yourself, your business, your enterprise, on how to earn across the globe. And if you don't do that, you are doomed. I consult for companies across the globe. I consult for companies. I've not one. There's one that is, I'm a permanent consultant. They connected me recently. I was in a conversation with them. We connected me with the biggest real estate company in Port Harcourt, in Rivers State. Because of the work I've been doing with them. They run a company in Germany. They have branches in Nigeria. And I train, I consult for them. They knew me online. Nothing. We've not known each other. We communicate as if we know each other. We talk as if we know each other. They bring their organizational issues to me as if we know each other. From the media, from the marketing department, all of them, they bring report. Sometimes something will be happening. The MD will call them. He said, okay, you know what? Send a mail to Dr. Casey Richard. And let's see if he can organize a training for us and the marketing team. And then just ask your questions. And he told the guy in Port Harcourt, he said, every time we consult him, we get more than 100% solution. They're in Germany. They're in Germany. They're not in Nigeria. So, you can sell internationally. You can teach internationally. You can consult internationally. You can receive payment across the globe. You can build international communities. You can also export both intellectual property and what have you. During our conference, an forthcoming conference that will be starting this week on Thursday being the opening session, the young man that owns a shipping line that is less than 33 years or 34 years, that's Tobias, is a massive shipping line. How he entered into that sector, how he's doing amazing things is an amazement to us. He told me something that amazed me. He said there was a particular product. He said you can produce anything. You can become a manufacturer. He asked me a question. He said, how much do you think it will take for you to become a manufacturer? I said, warehouse? I was just talking about, he said, I said, maybe a big warehouse, machineries, this one. I was just saying it. I was just saying some things. He laughed. He said, with less than 100 and 200,000 naira, you can become a manufacturer. I said, how? How now? How will you do it? He said something to me. He said, in China, because of what he has explored, he said he entered into the production of a blender. He started producing blender, big, good blender. The blender is the costliest blender in Nigeria now. So because of what is happening in blender, and it gives warranty, 2 years warranty, nothing will happen to your blender. We're using it in our house. So they produce it in China, and he gave them a little money, and in blender, they use his name, the company name. There is nothing like one company in China producing blender. No. Use my name. I'm the producer. The market is in Nigeria. So he brought the blender took it to Alaba. Because of the community he has built and the relationship he has with them, took it to Alaba, advertised, talked about it, and they bought into it, and they were ready to order for it. Guess what? 2 people paid for 40-feet containers. That's how the guy blew. 2 people. Please, while you are building community, build integrity. Business is all about trust. And if you lose integrity, you lose everything. While you are building community, see, don't joke with your words. So let people not be looking at you and saying, that's how you talk. Once you start losing your words, being your bond, being the foundation of integrity, you will lose everything. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. In the business world, don't lose your voice. Don't lose your word. That is what will stand you out. For anything, don't lose it. Whatever will take you to protect it, keep protecting it until it becomes smooth and effortless. Keep protecting it until it becomes smooth and effortless. Protect it with everything in you. From 40 feet to 40-feet containers. I remember he brought one feeding bottle. He said he just brought like 100 pieces. Send it across. Before you know what's happening, this one said, bring 20 feet for me. And they will pay upfront. That payment upfront is that his profit and everything is inside. He settled the Chinese company. And that was how the guy started doing. So he has a company in Singapore. He has a company in India. He has a company in China. He has a company in Dubai. And he has a company in Nigeria. He's my friend. He will be coming to speak to us on how to start importation with as little as 200,000 naira. When the thing you want to go into comes in, do the work of looking for the market. Go and find the market. By all means, go and look for the market. It's when you find the market, that's when you know that life is not as difficult as it should be. It's ignorance that makes it difficult. Nothing. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It's ignorance. It's ignorance. Move away from one revenue stream to multiple revenue stream. That's shift number 3. I don't want to talk so much about one revenue stream to multiple revenue stream, all right? I always talk about building an ecosystem around the problem you solve. What is ecosystem? It's a modern word that we use often. It's like value chain. It's like value chain. What is a value chain? If I sell car, if I want to take advantage of the ecosystem, whatever I'm producing, see, don't sell car and be selling corn, and be selling beans, and be selling shoe. Once you start scattering yourself, it will drain your energy. If you sell car, sell tire, sell motor parts. Stay around that ecosystem. All right? Sell oil, sell things relating to that car. Take advantage of the value chain of your main product. My main product is I'm a pastor. That's my mainstream. You can't take it away from me. But if I want to play around the ecosystem, permit me to use the word of being a pastor, I'll automatically be a trainer. Because I teach every day. I'll be a teacher. I'll go to area of interest. I'll be an author. I'll be a writer. That's the honest truth. I'll be a consultant. I'll own training outfit. That's why if you come around me, you notice that I'm playing around that ecosystem. That was why I went to do a certification program on how to become a global consultant. Not that you ask me, are you a consultant just because I give you advice? No, I'm certified. That's why I will go for trainings in so many aspects of my life, because that is the value chain. That is the ecosystem. So, moving from one revenue stream to multiple revenue stream is not a rocket science. Just think through your ecosystem and create something out of it. So, let's move away from there. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. All right. So, let's move to the fourth one, which is move away from human only to human business to human combining with technology. Move away from in model business, move to human plus technology. Technology is not coming to replace what we are doing, it's coming to enhance. And those that knows how to enhance it, they usually displace those that don't know how to enhance it. I said technology is not necessarily replacing people, it is increasingly amplifying people. AI may not replace you, but someone who knows how to use AI may replace someone who doesn't know how to replace AI, how to use AI. Now, this is the thing about AI. A lot of people feel they are outdated, they are old, they are this. No, when it comes to knowledge, there's no age issue. There's no age disparity. When it comes to knowledge, knowledge comes with interest. Knowledge is a function of interest. Knowledge is a function of interest. Most organizations are advertising their trainings, especially their artificial intelligence training online, and most of them are not expensive. I went to a particular school online. Another school. I'm in school doing a particular course, a 4-year program online. You know what it means? Very intensive. I went to another school, paid my school fees. So last week they called me. It's a school in Africa. And they called me. They said that they've not seen me in class. I said, yes, I was writing exam in another school. So when I'm done with that exam, I needed to calm down before I take up this one. So they said, okay. So what I'm doing, the first course I'm doing is data analysis, right? So they said to me that it's not only data analysis that I'm entitled to. There are about 5-6 courses. They're powerful tech courses. They said that the money I paid will cover for the 6 courses, and it's 1 year. That after 1 year, they will lock the whole thing. I said, how many? They said 6. I said, does it come with certification? He said, there's everything. You don't need to pay for any other thing. You understand? If you can come for the, during our general graduation, it's a 1-year program, that within that space of 1 year, I would have gotten 6 certificates and certified programs that I've done. Why am I telling you this? Go online, subscribe. Stop subscribing your data for Facebook. Every time, I don't have data, and you have not used that data to do anything. Your data has only been for chatting. It has not been, you've not used it to do either watching skits, laughing as if you're a fool. I mean, lying down at midnight and laughing. I mean, midnight. Around 2. Scrolling, laughing. I wonder how people do that too. It's not really. I don't know. That's by the way. Please subscribe. And there are courses you will do. They are free. Try what I want to tell you now. Reduce your social media time to as little as maybe 30 minutes. Amplify your learning time online to about 1 hour, 2 hours. Try that for 1 month. You'll be surprised what will enter your brain. I'm telling you this. Reduce it a little. Tune it down. Tune it down a little. So use technology. And when we're talking about technology, it's not just a word that is so big that we don't know. Just little things you can do, and you can take advantage of your earnings. Number 5. This is where we talk about building a system. That's from founder dependent to system dependent. How many of us know a transport company called Ekenedrichku? Where is it? What happened to it? It was a founder-dependent business. There was no model. There was no system. Stop hustling. Learn about building a model. Stop hustling. What happens to you now, what that happened to Ekenedrichku may likely happen to you. Sit down and start looking at models that you can build. Okay, let me not stay here for too long. Let me get to something that you like. The opportunity identification. So let me just go through it. So, apart from all this framework that I have defined, about 6 of them, the shift, all right? But please, when you are shifting to system, I encourage you to be around for the closed door session. Nia Desanya will be around for the closed door session. It's 50,000 naira for our community. And then outside of our community, people are paying 100,000 naira. If you want to learn so much about building a system from the scratch, anything system, it's part of the things that Nia will be talking about. And even if in the session, Nia did not address it, we'll bring it in during the question and answer session. We'll ask him the question. Nia is an amazing young man when it comes to system development. All right? So you can create system. I'm assuring you, because I'll be the one to anchor the Q&A session. So we'll talk about systems. It's something that have destroyed many people. You can build system, whether it's a one-man business, whether it's 2 people's business, whether it's 10 people's business. System development is not a rocket science. You can build system. That is the crop of business model. Outside of system, it will revolve around you in profit, it will revolve around you in operation, it will revolve around you in everything. And once you step out, everything will start declining. I've seen businesses that just because the owner of the business is not around for 2-3 days, customers start going to somewhere else. Why? Because you build it to be on founders dependent. So Neil will talk about system extensively. Neil will be here with us on Thursday. And it's going to be an amazing time. So, Leadership and Economic Summit, just to talk a little bit about it, and then we come back. It's not a conference simply because a church wants to do a program. I can't be teaching about going through problem before product. It's a program that we started doing because we saw a problem. Remember what I've been teaching us here? That you must go through the problem and then you bring it in. So what is the problem? African challenge all over Africa, from Kigali to Cape Town to Casablanca to Cairo to Joburg to Lagos to Abuja, name them, to Douala, every part of Africa. Every part of Africa. We have only 2 problems: leadership and economic problem. Till now, we've not been able to maximize the resources. African resources can take care of the whole world. Europeans don't have much resources. So how are they harnessing the kind of wealth that they are now giving aid to Africa, the owner of the resources? They stayed back in their continent during the Boer War in 1891 or there, about 18 something. They stayed back in their country, in Germany, in Berlin, and they were dividing Africa on the map. You go to West Africa, England, in UK, you go here. Portuguese, you go here. French-speaking countries, so that we'll not have issues. We don't need to clash. After sharing Africa, they came to Africa. What did they come with? Knowledge. And if the black man step up and decide to put on so much knowledge, the tendency of going back, exploiting what they have is there. Explorers are people that have so much knowledge. Explorers, we are people that have so much knowledge. Africans cannot explore. We are not good in exploring. Instead, we are good in going out there to continue with the slavery. Just give me job. Let me clean the floor and pay me. We're not good. We are coming in to explore. What are they exploring? Exploring the people, exploring the land, exploring the resources, exploring. Even when they did not hear anything, let's go and check. There must be something there. And that's how they're coming. So what have you explored? What have you explored? The only thing that matters to them is that they just enter their boat or their whatever, and they're going storm everything. They will discover a place. They say this is this, this is that, and they start looking into the land to see what they can. They are still exploring it today. They are still exploring it today. And meanwhile, people that are in Africa, we are not exploring anything, and we have it. We don't even know what to do to process and make it a better product, and make it more refined and take it to the end point. Nigeria is still exporting crude oil. Nigeria is still exporting crude oil. A big shame. Why are we exporting crude oil? Of what use? Something we can refine, something that can come out with byproducts that will even benefit us more. We're still exporting it. I don't know about now. We used to pay Julius Berger with oil. Julius Berger will construct road, and we'll pay Julius Berger with oil. What a shame. So it's two legs. The economic problem and the leadership problem. So what Leadership and Economic Summit is trying to do is to bridge the gap, to bring solution. And then this is the hit about LES. The big thing about LES is that it will be transforming lives, that most of us will be here to share the transformational process. So in years to come, we will not. Please get back to my slide. Get back to my slide, please. And then we will come back to the testimonials if we want to play it. Do you want to play the testimonials? Okay, right. So in years to come, a lot of people that are attending LES, because LES is not a Nigerian thing, it's not an Enugu thing, it's an African thing. So LES will be moving from Enugu here. We'll take LES to places like maybe Ghana, all right, Accra. We'll take it to maybe places like Nairobi. We want to bring solution to Africa. LES is all about Africa. And we bring resource persons that have traversed through the path of leadership and through the path of the economy, and this is who they have become. And we bring them in to teach us. That's the essence of LES. That's just what we're doing in LES. So I wouldn't want you to miss it. Thursday, 5 p.m., the opening session. Powerful three sessions. That's when Tobias Eze will be unveiling his session on importation and exportation. He will be unveiling a powerful, I'll be speaking on opportunities inside a failed system. Every country has 12 systems. And all the 12 systems in Nigeria has failed. From political system, educational system, security system, justice system, name them, every one of them. Anyone I mention, run through your mind. You find out that the system is going through rehabilitation or the system is going through revival. So, but every system, each system has massive opportunities. So, I'll be straying like 2-3 systems and tell you how to maximize opportunities and how to get into business through those systems. I'll be teaching on that. Of course, how do you become an AI or digital entrepreneur? That's the third session on Thursday. You wouldn't want to miss it. You wouldn't want to miss it. AI and digital, and how do you become a digitalized business person? In practical terms, leveraging on artificial intelligence. Without stepping out of your house, the only thing you need, thou must have a phone or a laptop. Just have one corner and have a light. Thou must have a data. Business starts. The money you are using to look for shop, 1-point-something million naira, 3-point-something million naira, 5-point-something million naira. If you understand that session and deploy the needed knowledge and start, give yourself 6 months, you'll be shocked at the resources that will be coming into your account. I'm telling you the truth. I'm being honest with you. There are people right now, some of them will tell you they are content creators. They are practicing, they are into digital economy. And most of them, give them 6 months of consistency, you'll be dazed. A young man in our church was saying that what comes into his account runs in millions every month. And he only finished SS2. And he entered into the part of digital economy. And everything started changing. So, if you're in this church, you've not registered for LES, I don't have anything to tell you. Don't give me prayer point as a pastor. Pastor, please come and pray for me. Come and pray for me. LES, it's all about maximization of opportunities. So we'll be starting on Thursday, 5 p.m. Coming by 5 p.m. is risky for you because a lot of people have registered from different parts. We were checking records of the number of people that have registered. It was 11,000 as of 2 weeks ago. So some of them will attend online, no doubt. Some will attend on site. 11,000. This place cannot take 11,000 people. So if I were you, 3, 4 o'clock, I'm here. And I will sit and make use of my brain. That's how they attend important conferences. Because they say Thursday and Friday is free, does not mean you just come and sit down and be scrolling in around to 6 with big tummy that does not have shape or form. I mean. 5 is 5. 5 is 5. There's nothing like we'll start later. Okay? So, on Thursday, 5 o'clock. On Friday, full day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Full day. So you come with extra money that you will use to eat because they're not providing food for you. So there will be a food court around here. That's on Friday. Then on Saturday, nothing is happening here. On Saturday, nothing is happening here. All road leads to the closed door session where there are people that will not be in the general session. There are speakers that will not be in the general session. Their session is a closed door. And you wouldn't want to miss them. You wouldn't want to miss them. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel is releasing a book on how he came out of a debt of $800 million US. It's better you learn how to come out before you enter. No, I'm being real. I know you have not entered some debt. But as a businessman, you enter debt. No, there is no, you can't escape it. And also, it's better you develop liver to enter some debt. Okay? As a businessman, you enter debt. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. You will enter debt. I mean, you will enter. There's some that will hook you here. So, Olumide Emmanuel is publishing that book. And that book will be strictly for those that will attend the closed door session. And it's going to be free. If you want to appreciate Jesus, appreciate Jesus. That book, or everybody's database will be taken. He told us that book will be coming out in January next year. And it's a gift. He's giving it out. He says it's a gift to humanity because a lot of people are deep into debt. But he chatted, the PA chatted me and said, he's giving it, but it's privately for those that will attend the closed door session. So we'll take all your details so that once the book comes out, I'm sure he might do it hard copy or soft copy, whichever way. But as soon as they send us the soft copy, we distribute it to you, and everybody will have a copy of it, right? I have his book on his 50th birthday. He also gave us a gift of a book that is still helping me till today. So let's look at the opportunity. So if you have not registered, that session is 50,000 naira. That's Saturday. Saturday is 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Full day session in Oranto Hotel. Oranto Hotel is the 5-star hotel in Enugu, the biggest hotel in Enugu. That's beside. Just sharing friends with airport. Yeah, that's where Oranto Hotel is. So let's look at opportunity identification. You must look for opportunities through 5 lenses. Number 1, what problem is painful enough for people to pay to solve? What is that problem that is painful enough? You know, because if you can't think, it will be far from what we are talking about. What is this problem that is painful enough? People want to solve it. And they are ready to pay anything if you solve that problem. If you simplify to people how to use AI and make the training easier for people at age 40 and above, they will come. Because the way these young children are messing them up, it think they tire them. If you can bring this digital knowledge to people at 50, strictly for people at 50, and package it in a well-mannered and respectful manner, and keep them in a closed-door session, and ask them to pay a certain amount, they will pay. The problem is that nobody wants to teach them in humility. They want that be down to earth. We are not born into this, and we don't know it. That's one. What takes too much time, money, or manpower? Look out for opportunities. Anything that you can solve with little manpower, little time, with speed and little resources. Check out for such opportunities. What do people struggle to assess? What is it that you can help people to assess fast? What is it? You must think, I'm showing you this. What is changing in our society, in technology, regulation, and consummation behavior? Right now in the real estate, it's becoming a bottleneck for people to get certain things in terms of their documentations, especially from land, from so many places. If you are not registered with Redan and other things, how will you help people to navigate through this and help them seamlessly to get properties and some other aspects of life? So can the solution, if you get the solution, can it serve 100 people? Can it serve 1,000 people? Can it serve 10,000 people? Can it serve 1 million people? You start looking at numbers. Business is a game of number. I usually teach on VVF. VVF is an acronym for volume, value, volume, and frequency. Value is that what are you bringing out that people will need? Volume is that at what size are you bringing it out? Frequency is how often are you going to be bringing it out. So once you understand value, you understand volume. In terms of volume, there is local volume, there is state volume, there is national volume, there's continental volume, there is global volume. The choice is yours depending on how you want to earn. So if it's local, you earn local. If it's state, you earn state level. If it's national, you earn national money. If it's continental, you earn continental. If it's globalized, that's how your resources will be. Mark Zuckerberg was thinking the globe when he was creating those platforms. Today, he's rated among the top 20 richest people in the world because he's earning from different parts of the world. Who told you that a black man cannot project a product from Enugu and he will be earning from all over the world? Think the globe. Think the globe. Your mind is not producing what it's supposed to produce because you are black. It's not because you are black, rather. It's not because you are black. It's because you are not engaging yourself into deep thinking. And what will help you to think is knowledge, is books, is exposure, is trainings. To expose you to be thinking deeper. There is so much we have to explore. We are behaving as if we are disadvantaged. Some prayer points are no longer answered in Nigeria because God is watching people that will be productive, and people are looking unto God that will be giving them manna. He said when they got to Canaan, manna ceased. When you got to a place where you need to use your brain and start producing some things, God will start giving you miracles. Miracle money, miracle bread, miracle Ghana must go, miracle this, miracle that. It's not helping us. We can live a productive life. We can live a highly innovative life. And we can create a result that will amaze people. So the opportunity formula now is we go to problem, we go to demand, where is it needed, we bring out the solution, and then we create payment, scale it, and that's the business opportunities. By next week, I'll take us further on this cracking the business model code. I just want to give you an assignment. And then when we come next week, we can have a little conversation around it. Next week, Sunday. What's the assignment? What problem do you think you can solve that can give you the money you're looking for? Build a model around it. Build a business model around it. What problem do you think you can solve that can give you the needed money? Start developing a business model around it. I'll stop so far, and I felt I can take one or two questions, and then we'll wrap up for today. Question, please. Someone is already raising his hand. Any other person, please, you can take one or two questions. Somebody's hand is up. Okay, two. We have two. These questions, they are technology people. All right, please, quickly. They are tech enabled. Please, let's get the first guy in front here and the second guy here. Let's take the question, please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
So, if you find a problem...
Your name? What do you do?
Sorry. My name is Chiazo. I'm into media. Yeah. So, if you find a problem that you want to solve, something that speeds things up or makes processes less painful, how do you go about packaging it and making it a final product and making sure you're getting the best value you can from that product.
Okay. Now, one of the things that you must learn, which is something that I've not talked about, you must understand apprenticeship. Whatever problem you want to solve, scan through to know if there's anyone that's doing something similar to that, okay? It will help you to mirror their solution. So either you go directly and ask for mentorship services, relationship, and share your ideas so that the person can help you, or you find a way to subscribe to mentorship. When I wanted to go into proper luxury buildings in real estate, I was looking for someone that is into luxury building. And the person I found in Nigeria was Soji Motors. All right, Soji is strictly into luxury. And I studied Soji. Olumide was my mentor, all right? But Olumide was not strictly into luxury. Olumide was doing land, palm tree, so many other things. He's into building too. But I wanted luxury. The second person was Lekki Gardens, all right? So I studied two of those guys. I studied them without going close to them. And when I was done, I saw so many things. I saw the gaps. I saw some of the things I would do. I said, okay, if I'm going to go into buildings, I'm going to look for the capital. I'm going to find out people that will understand the model. And the model is not like luxury model does not sell fast, but the profit margin of luxury model is always high. While I was studying them, in luxury, you can develop a property with about 500 million. You will sell that property because of some things you put inside the property about 1 billion. But that 1 billion naira, 500 million naira margin profit, it will take time. Luxury usually takes time because not everybody loves luxury. Some people are just at the survival level. So if you go into luxury, be patient. And then whoever is coming in as a partner, let the partner know that you are into luxury, and luxury does not go fast. All right? And once you understand that model, it will help you. So that was how I went close, and I started learning from them. And it helps me to tweak a little, do one or two things. So you can find out, this is the problem I want to solve. Is there anybody? There's nothing new under this earth. It's just that it may not be exactly the way you want to do it, but you see similarities that will help you to tweak it a little bit, and you'll go into that, okay? All right, thank you so much. So apprenticeship can help. If they want you to serve free, serve free. If they don't want to, stay from a distance, observe, learn, and then take stuff from there. Next question, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Engineer Emmanuel. I'm a full-stack website developer and AI engineer.
Okay.
So
AI engineer, very important.
So,
Powerful one. He's the one that did my website. I keep announcing him. He's the one that did my personal website. My website is intimidating. If you enter my website, you stay on my website up to 30 minutes. You have not finished exploring what is there. That's the truth. I'm marketing him boldly. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. All right, so I'm trying to build something. I found a problem in the e-commerce business, and I'm building something with my team. But I want to understand something about system and operation. There are some things that AI can do comfortably and effortlessly because I work in workflow and automation system. But I discovered that using human being like team members or staff, do you advise I use team members to work for me, okay, or build the model, like I can train them, right, and they work for me? Because I noticed something because I was listening to Elon Musk. He was talking about the way he was building Tesla and all that stuff. So I want to understand, is it advisable to use human beings as staff members or use AI models as workflow to do the
okay,
project?
let me tell you, the future we are getting into, it's going to revolve around those that knows how to use AI workflows. Why? Manpower is not reducing. But what will happen to manpower is the technological know-how. All right? So if they are going to join you in managing what you have already built, you know that whether they are there or they are not there, there is something you've set as a model that will still be flowing. So they can come in managing what you've already built. But if you revolve the whole thing around them and let them build it with you, if there is any removal, it's going to shake the whole system. And you start looking for another person. Why don't you depend on the model, AI model you want to use, and then let them come in and manage it, instead of them being the core that you are going to depend on. Human dependency will reduce greatly. Human dependency will reduce greatly because the major work of human being is to create, and then maybe AI will amplify. So people are going to go into a lot of creativity. So a lot of people will come here, join you. After 6 months, 1 year, they too would have gotten one idea. I'm telling you the truth. That's what is going to happen, especially those that are in the tech space, all right? So why don't you find a way to, yes, train them for good, work with them, but make sure that you are core. You use a model that AI, all right, will help you to do, and let them stay there to, all right, manage, regulate, implement another thing. Once they leave, the whole thing continues. I can bring another person that will help me to do some of those things. Thank you so much. Is that okay? Let's rise up on our feet. Let's rise up on our feet. You see why you should not be missing this class? See why you should not be missing this class? Some of us are coming for second service so that you clap and jump, and by the time I rob you one anointing oil, you say, amen, and you're waiting to how to fall. You will not fall here. Lift up your 2 hands towards heaven and let's appreciate God. Just tell him thank you. Tell him thank you. Tell him thank you. Package your offering. Package whatever you brought before God this morning. Package your offering. Details for giving will be on the screen. Package whatever you brought to God this morning. Envelope will be given to everyone. Offering envelope. Ushers, do we have offering envelope? Please make sure you pass it around. And then if you're doing a transfer, please, details will be on the screen. Details will be on the screen. While we are done packaging it, lift it up towards heaven and let's appreciate God in this first service. As a business person, you must be conversant with giving. You must be conversant with giving your offerings. You must be as a career person, you must be conversant. As someone aspiring to go into business, you must be conversant. Details are on the screen. Details are on the screen. I'm sure the way the music ministers are standing, they are blocking you, right? If they are blocking you, let them create space. There's a way they stand in front of LED so that people can still see. Amen. Praise God. Praise God. So that you will not block everything. So very important. Because the Lord have need of this. The Lord have need of this. Don't block it too much, okay? Shift to the R, okay? Shift to the R so that people can see it and give to God. Very important. Very, very important. All right, if you are done, lift it up towards heaven and let's give God praise. Father, we thank you again this morning. We give you praise. We celebrate you for an opportunity to give. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Accept our offering this morning and open new doors for business people. Open new promotional doors for career people. Take all the glory, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Somebody say louder, amen. Please, I beg you, if you have a testimony to share, meet the ushers. Let them document your testimonies. It's testimonies that are documented that will be shared. God bless you.